Hello there folks, and welcome back to Bolts for Bucks. My name's Steven, and today we're going to compare the Seekins Precision Havoc PH2 against the Christensen Ridgeline Carbon, and both are chambered in 300 PRC for the purposes of this comparison. Let's start with the Seekins Precision Havoc PH2. Features a nice, about 1 inch thick recoil pad. It's pretty stiff. Has a flush cup in the bottom here for attaching your QD sling. A little bit of a comb rise here, and then a almost vertical grip and a nice large ball-like palm swell with some checkering for added grippiness. And the stocks on these are advertised to be carbon composite. So I believe it's like a polymer reinforced with carbon fibers. It's not truly carbon fiber in my opinion though. It has more of a plastic-y look and feel to it. Then coming forward, you have a metal, bottom metal, hard anodized finish, I believe, very nice. The mag release is inside the trigger guard, and the mag release is a little bit hard to operate with one hand, so I'll remove it right here. The long action variants come with a carbon fiber 3-round magazine. The short actions come with a 5-round magazine that I believe is a P-mag. And the bolt features a 90-degree bolt throw, super smooth. Bolt release is on the left-hand side. Let's go ahead and remove that bolt. It's got straight angled fluting on the bolt here, 4 locking lugs, a slim tactical bolt handle that is interchangeable or removable, a removable bolt head, a very nice M16 style extractor, and a plunger ejector. I gotta say though, this bolt runs very smooth in the receiver and it feels very premium. The receiver itself, I believe, is made out of stainless steel. It's a Remington 700 footprint, but the recoil lug, I believe, is one part of the receiver in this, so that's very, very good to see. And it's glass and pillar bedded into the stock. So excellent receiver, excellent pillar bedding. Features a 4/16 stainless steel spiral fluted barrel. In the short actions, it's 24, and long action, it's 26 inches long, and it's threaded 5/8 by 24. It does not come with a muzzle brake. The barrel is fully free floated, and it features a flush cup and a sling swivel stud in the front. Medium, I would say, grip on the front of the forend here with checkering for added grippiness. Also, the safety, when it's on safe, does not lock the bolt from being unlocked or removed. On fire, obviously, you can remove the bolt and fire, but it doesn't have like a 3-position safety like some rifles do. So key takeaway here, it's a 1-part receiver, including the integral recoil lug that's in the front. Really high quality, excellent, and very smooth. The trigger on this is a Timony trigger. It's adjustable down to about 2 1/4, 2.5 pounds. Single stage trigger, breaks extremely crisp and clean with no over travel or noticeable creep. Now let's take a look at the Christensen Ridgeline Carbon. Features a little bit slimmer version recoil pad. It's kind of contoured in the middle here. Has a sling swivel stud instead of flush cups. Way more traditional style stock here. Very slight angle, and then very narrow pistol grip design here. Very slim grip. The stock is, I got mixed results when researching this stock, whether it's polymer or fiberglass. To me, it feels like kind of a polymer or fiberglass material, or a polymer that's reinforced with fibers. It's not cheap feeling by any means. And then coming forward, you have a all metal bottom metal with a floor plate. It's 3+1 or 4+1 depending on the caliber selection. And then it features a Trigger Tech field trigger, which is adjustable down to about 2.5 pounds. Excellent single stage trigger. The bolt throw on this is also 90 degrees. It's got a skeletonized bolt, little slim like tactical bolt knob, I guess you could say. It's not very large. It also uses a Remington 700 footprint, has a spiral fluted bolt, 2 locking lugs, 2 plunger ejectors, and a Socko style extractor in my opinion. Rides very smooth in the receiver, but feels sloppier and louder than the Seekins Precision. The receiver on this is also very nice. But the recoil lug is sandwiched between the barrel and the receiver. It's not one part of the receiver. I believe this is pillar bedded and spot bedded in the front. The barrel on this is free floated, but on some of these models they do make a little bit of contact. It features a Christensen Ridgeline carbon fiber wrapped barrel, and it's 26 inches long in the Magnum caliber. It's threaded 5/8 by 24, and it does come with a very nice radial muzzle brake. Has a front sling swivel stud, more of a slim grip here at the fore end than the Seekins Precision PH2. This rifle comes in much lighter and is obviously designed to be an ultra lightweight backpacking rifle. It comes in at 6.8 pounds in 300 PRC, and the Seekins Precision PH2 comes in at a weight of 7.2 pounds in long action or 6.9 pounds in short action. So noticeably heavier in the hand. One thing to note with the Christensen, it is a carbon fiber wrapped stainless steel barrel. Another thing to note is that the Havoc PH2 came with a 20 MOA Picatinny scope base included with the rifle. All right, now let's take these range and see how they perform. So that was a little bit better group. Good. Solid hit. All right, now that we're back from the range, you're probably having some mixed feelings here. So let's start with the Havoc PH2. Shot like a dream. Probably out of the box, one of the most accurate rifles I've ever tested with factory ammunition. They truly hold the standard of precision with their rifles, and I believe their QC is excellent in my opinion. Absolute joy to shoot this rifle. Ergonomics are fantastic. I would have liked to see an adjustable cheek riser here rather than this being one piece, or adjustable length of pull spacers. And the stock material does leave a little bit to be desired aesthetically, but shoots fantastic. Fit, feel, and function and features, extraction, ejection, everything worked fine. Now the Christensen Ridgeline, I had all kinds of problems with brass ejecting straight up into the windage knob of my scope and falling right back into the feeding area, and then double feeding or getting stuck. So huge issue. Now you could say, well, it's your fault because you put a scope on there, but here's the thing. I've used that same scope and other scopes on literally 50 different bolt actions and never have had that problem with any other rifle. So I'm going to say the design flaw lies with the Christensen, as it just ejects that brass way too straight up into the scope turrets or scope base, causing all kinds of issues and ruining the brass. The rifle shoots MOA on a good day, but it's a much lighter rifle, so it's inherently going to be a little bit harder to shoot. Consistently accurate. Now, given the extremely small sampling of factory ammunition shot out of both these, it's impossible to actually say one is more accurate or more precise than the other. Obviously, the Havoc is a little bit heavier. It's designed a little bit more for crossover shooting or target shooting. And in this case, it shot more accurately, but both are probably capable of half or sub-quarter MOA with proper load development or the right factory ammunition. That being said, I would not recommend that you get a Christensen based on the fact that I had so many issues with the brass ejecting too vertically into the windage turret of the scope, and because of that, I would steer clear. Also, there's been a lot of reports of a lot of QC issues with Christensen in the last couple of years. I think they did a fantastic job, and maybe they're just going through some rough waters right now. I hope that they improve their QC in the future, and then I can recommend them again. If I was forced to pick between these two rifles though, barring the issues with the brass hitting the scope turret, I would pick the Seekins Precision PH2 for those short hunts where you're just going to a blind, very short distance because it is a little heavier and bulkier, and for weekend range use or maybe hunter NRL. For backpacking hunts or backcountry elk hunts, I would actually pick the Christensen Ridgeline if that was the case, because it's much lighter, it's got a much slimmer design and easier to pack around. Hope you enjoyed this comparison of the Seekins Precision PH2 versus the Christensen Ridgeline Carbon. Thanks for watching Bullets for Bucks. Check out this next video and subscribe.